Hello and welcome back to the Trainers of the World Tournament. I'm your host DeltaTDS, and for match number 115 for round 3's Massacre, we've got the Galar champion Leon going up against the Pokemon trainer Cilan. Leon so far has taken 2 matches with a 2-0 victory. So currently he's got an undefeated record right now. As for Cilan, he's got 2-1 against Valerie. Leon has that very infamous Gigantamax Charizard. Cilan's got the Z Crystal. Honestly, Cilan's got something for all of Leon's Pokemon except for the Charizard. So if we even see that thing go below half health, I'd be surprised. But once these traders are ready, we can watch Leon move on to round 4. Leon obviously leading off with the Charizard. Cilan leading off with that Superior. We've seen several different Superior sets on different teams. We've seen, the obvious Contrary Leaf Storm. We've seen Coil Weakness Policy. So I'm curious what this Superior will be, unless it is one of those two. Leon gonna Dynamax that Charizard, going for the Glare and paralyzing that Charizard. Max Airstream's gonna take Superior down to that Focus Sash. And Charizard's got 1.5 times speed now. It's even faster. But that paralysis is going to cut it down to, I think, 75% of its usual speed. Aerial Ace is going to do 11%. Another Max Airstream does take out that Superior. I believe Charizard is currently at its regular health. Or regular speed. Cilan sending out the Whimsicott here. Going for the Z Crystal. Z Tailwind's gonna raise that critical hit boost ratio. As Charizard with the G-Max Wildfire takes it out immediately. This is the end of Charizard's Gigantamax. Cilan being sent out here, intimidating the Charizard, which I don't think is going to help at all. Cilan, with his only non-grass Pokemon, hoping to do something to this Stoutland. Return's going to do 60% to Charizard, Scorching Sand's going to do 25% to Stoutland. And that G-Max Wildfire takes Stoutland down to just under 60% health. Switching out to the Dragapult, going for the return. Not going to do anything thanks to that Ghost type. Playroof's going to take Dragapult down to 1%. And Dragon Darts takes out the Stoutland. Yeah, it's on 1 HP right now. That's crazy. And the Tailwind peters out as well. Cilan already down to 3 Pokemon left. Cilan sending out the Ferrothorn here. Pokemon that can do a lot, unless it's up against a fast fire type. Poison Jab, healing 0% to Dragapult, taking it out. Sending back out the Charizard here. Getting paralyzed, Poison Jab finishes off the Charizard. Of course, he still has that Rhyperior to go up against. Rillaboom with the Drain Punch gonna do 31%. Poison Jab's gonna do a little more than that and get the poison on Rillaboom. There's a lot of healing going on here with grassy terrain and leftovers. Plus Drain Punch as well. Healing up. everything. Rillaboom losing all that health. There's a lot of like stuff going on here. But another poison jab does take out Rillaboom. And for once, it's actually even right now. Which is kind of crazy to think about. Mr. Rhyme sent out here. Freeze Dry finishes off the Ferrothorn. Cilan's down to 2 Pokemon left. Sending out the Lilligant. Not a very common Pokemon in this tournament. Perverdance gonna set up the special attack, special defense, and speed of that Lilligant. Gonna go for Pollen Puff, do 89% to Mr. Rhyme. As a second Freeze Dry finishes off Lilligant. It's all down to the monkey. Acrobatics takes out the Mr. Rhyme. Rhyperior sent out here. Going for the spiky shield. Avalanche is gonna be protected. The Seed Bomb's gonna do 63% to Rhyperior. Avalanche does finish off that Semi-Sage. Would you look at that? Leon takes game number 1. Though, albeit a lot closer than what I thought. I thought we were going to see another 6-0 sweep. We saw something from all of Cilan's Pokemon. And we didn't see anything from Aegislash. But we're back on the field for game number 2. Maybe, just maybe, Cilan can pull out a win. If he can, that would be the funniest thing ever. Cilan leading off with the Superior, Leon with that Charizard, once again seeing these two. Going for the Glare. Charizard getting paralyzed, turn 1. Already wasting 1 turn of Dynamax to paralysis. Aerial Ace doing 10%, G-Max Wildfire taking Superior down to the Sash, though it does take out Superior. Charizard's already down 2 turns of Dynamax right now. Cilan's sending out the Stoutland, intimidating the Charizard, not going to do anything. Return's going to do 31% to Charizard, Max Quake does just under half to Stoutland. And Charizard returns back to normal. Play Rough's going to do 20%. Interesting. But Charizard is paralyzed. Return takes out the Charizard. Currently 5v5 right now. Sending out the Aegislash here, Pokemon we didn't see last game. Going for the King Shield. Stoutland going for Stomping Tantrum. Apparently that's a contact move? I didn't know. Going for Stomping Tantrum, doing 30%. Aegislash with the weakness policy. Flash Cannon takes out Stoutland. This thing is now +2 attack and special attack. Semi-Sage going for the Spiky Shield. Air Slash not hitting it thanks to that Protect. Shadow Claw taking out the Aegislash. Cilan is somehow, by a miracle, keeping this game even. Leon is sending out the Mr. Rhyme here. As Cilan switches out to Ferrothorn, taking about a third from that Freeze Dry. Another Freeze Dry takes Ferrothorn down to 42%. Gyro Ball taking out the Mr. Rhyme. For once, Cilan is in the lead right now. I never thought I would have seen it. Rillaboom setting up that Grassy Surge, going for the Swords Dance. Poison Jab, gonna do just under a third to Rillaboom. Not getting the paralysis this time. Drain Punch finishes off that Ferrothorn. Healing Rillaboom all the way up. Cilan sending out the Lilligant here. We've seen this thing. It has Teeter Dance, confusing the Rillaboom. Gonna go for a Drain Punch. Going for the Pollen Puff, doing just under 2/3 to Rillaboom as Drain Punch finishes off Lilligant. Currently 3v2 right now. Hoping for Rillaboom to hit itself in its confusion. Sending out the Simisage. Fusion does in. And so does that Grassy Terrain. Acrobatics gonna do 21% to Simisage. Eating the Figgy Berry, restoring a third. Going for the Acrobatics again, doing more damage this time, but Drain Punch does finish off that Simisage. And it's all down to Whimsicott here. Going for that Z Crystal, Z Tailwind's gonna boost that critical hit ratio. Drain Punch is gonna do a third to Whimsicott. Moonblast is gonna do 41% to Rillaboom. Whimsicott not getting a critical hit, which is unfortunate. It's crazy even with the boost. Oh, now it gets the critical hit. Tailwind peters out. It's down to Dragapult and Rhyperior here. Acrobatics does finish off that Whimsicott. And Leon with 2 Pokemon again. I think the same 2 Pokemon actually. Takes game number 2, which means he'll be moving on to round 4, where he'll be facing off against the winner of Monday's match, Karina or Crasher Wake. Thank you so much for watching, and until then, take care.